So, ladies and gentlemen of theater, I'm going to introduce you, some of you for like the 5th time now, but this is the lovely, the amazing, the talented, every adjective you can think of that's positive, Haskiri Velazquez.
A little louder. No, I'm just kidding, I'm kidding. Hey, y'all. I know I saw a lot of you in certain rooms, but it's good to have you, like, here. You know, I feel the energy now. We vibing.
So I have good news. Actually, I'll say great news, Haskiri, right?
Yes.
Haskiri was just asked by our school,
Yeah.
drum roll, to be our guest speaker at graduation, and she has accepted. So she will be...
Oh my God.
So she actually said she's going to go home and start writing already.
No, I've been already writing in my head, okay? I'm not nervous at all.
So before we start our questions and Q&As and papa, I always say papa, which is weird.
Oh, that's cool. I like it.
Okay, cool. Before we get to that, I want to intro how we connected and which is an interesting educational story.
Yeah.
So when I first started teaching 74 years ago. Yep.
Vampiro, he's a vampire.
Yep.
Clearly.
There was a young lady who was going to watch this, Kathy Cruz.
Hi,
I love
girl.
you. So Kathy was in my very first class. She was a freshman. I taught English, crazy. And I had her every year of her high school career because not only did I have her in English in 9th and 11th grade, but she was my advisee student. We had advisories back then. And it was like, I mean, back then it was more like big brother. Now it's like grandfather. But it was like you had a big brother guide you through.
Yeah.
So she was in my class. We became so close. I talk to her still to this day. She moved like 10 minutes away from me, way up, wherever I live.
Right.
But so.
Yeah, and so Kat has a sister, Jokati. Hey, girl, you too. Who is best friends, one of my mother's best friends. They grew up together. So you knew Kat. Kat has a sister. Her sister is best friends with my mom, and obviously I am my mother's daughter. So invisible string theory, if y'all have ever heard of it, it's kind of crazy how it works. So I guess is that how you knew about me, or did you see me on Saved by the Bell?
I saw you on Saved by the Bell.
Period.
And then I followed you on Instagram, and I saw Kathy kept liking all, and I'm like, is Kathy a fan too?
Yeah.
So I'm like, how do you know Haskiri? She's like, girl, you have no idea.
Yes.
Well, she wouldn't say girl to me.
But
you know what I'm saying, right? So,
that's cool,
and I'm like, oh my God, I need to connect. So that's how it happened.
That's amazing. Yeah, but there you go. Like a good thing about that story is like you just never know who knows who. Like that's why it's always so important to like when you show up as yourself authentically, but also respectfully. Like because you never know when you walk into a certain room, you may be sitting on the train with a casting director one day, and you might give them attitude, and you're on your way to an audition, and when you walk in that room, guess who the heck is behind that table casting that project? That person you give an attitude to, right? So it's like self-control. Like obviously, you know, there's times where I'll be like, I'll grill somebody like, how dare you? But then I'm like, damn, they could cast me in a project. I don't know, hold on, let me switch my facial expressions. But yeah, it's just being aware of ourselves and how we maneuver in this world, yeah.
So I want to tell you about them.
Yes, please.
In this room are the following. I've got an intro to theater class. Raise your hand. Well, we can't really see you, but scream.
I can see when I do this.
That's my intro class. Now, most of them have never been in a play before. This is like, some of them didn't even sign up for this. It was like, what? I'm in theater? Oh, with that guy?
Oh. But now they love it, I'm sure.
No, now they're like, now definitely kick me out of that class because. So,
well. That's the outside, but on the inside, they're like, don't kick me out. Yeah. I know that tough exterior.
So they are new to this whole thing. And one of our vets, Felisa, a.k.a. Mena, which wouldn't mean anything to you, but there's a teacher named Mena, and she is her doppelganger. But Mena has written her own play and is directing.
I've been hearing about it, so.
Right?
That's huge.
Oh,
no,
stop.
Yay.
So she has written it. She is going full-on director. And that show is next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Okay.
And we are very excited. So that's my intro class. Let's go to musical theater, Scream.
No. Oh no! Don't scream. Hit a little note for me.
Uh-oh.
Oh yay! Who did that?
We are definitely going to turn you up onto the stage to have you sing for Haskiri in a bit.
Yes, because I can't sing, but maybe if I take a couple classes. So I have to live like vicariously through y'all. So when people sing, I'm like, that's me on stage. Yes. So I would love to hear y'all sing.
We did Lin-Manuel's, why am I blanking? 21 Chump Street.
Uh-huh.
The 16-minute musical, which you directed. You can see a theme. She likes to boss people around.
Yes. Love that. Love that energy.
So we did that at the talent show, just the 16-minute musical, and that warmed us up for Little Shop of Horrors.
Amazing.
Which is going to be in May something, which is exciting.
I love May something. That's such a perfect date.
It is.
Yeah.
And then I've got my honors class, who have been with me, most of them, for 3 years. Honors, do something. So honors.
It's an honor to be in front of y'all. Hey, honors.
They perform Noises Off in the fall. Amazing, sort of. And long story.
Dang,
sort of.
He clocked
I
it.
sure did. Listen, I'm a perfectionist.
Oh.
Okay.
I like that.
But I told you I was very proud, sort of. And they are now, so now I've removed myself.
Okay.
I feel like the teacher has now done his job, and I now have Miss Alasia over here, who has been hired by the school for 2 years now, making $27.50 an hour. She is directing Steel Magnolias.
Period.
And what we're doing is a battle of the sexes. So the girls are doing a play, and the boys are doing a play.
Oh.
I told you not to say it like that.
Because it's no longer PC, I understand.
Right.
But
Battle
you know what?
of the genders.
Battle of the genders, battle of people. So the girls are working on Steel Magnolias, and the boys are working on Waiting for Godot.
And so where do you perform that? Is it in this room right here? Amazing. Oh
They
my
did
God.
Noises Off in the auditorium.
Uh-huh.
And now that we have this established, I really want to start getting into the intimate performances.
Yeah.
So Little Shop is going to be here too, which normally you would see in there.
Right.
Um,
Amazing.
But
Would it be on YouTube too? Is it going to be recorded?
it will be.
Surely.
Oh, I'm watching.
The beauty
I'm
of it
watching.
is, it's now recorded in this room. It goes straight to YouTube
Yeah.
easily.
I'm definitely going to watch.
Which is another reason.
So,
Aw.
yeah.
Well, we will also, I know you're very busy, but we will
I could
invite you,
zoom
we'll let
in.
you know the dates.
I'll be zooming
Worst case.
in, like,
Oh, zooming in, okay.
I'll be like, amazing. The Wi-Fi cuts off and I'm like, yeah, that would happen.
So this is the time when I shut up.
Okay, cool.
And I'm going to have Alasia, get over here, Alasia. I'm going to introduce you.
Yeah.
So this is Alasia. She has been my assistant director forever. She is the president of the theater program.
Ooh,
Top dog.
yes.
Top dog. Scary. I'm scared.
Yes.
So Alasia always does, she sort of leads our Q&As. Alasia, get on camera first and say hi.
Yeah, say hi to the... Yeah.
No.
No, you look cute. Come on, girl.
So Alasia, you can be the first to ask a question, and then can you walk around and pass around the mic?
Okay. I guess.
Is the mic on?
Yeah.
Good job.
I guess my first question would be, what made you start to do TV acting?
So I know I shared a little bit in one of the other classes, but a lot of y'all probably weren't there. When I'm from Washington Heights, Dykeman area, I'm Dominican and Puerto Rican, and growing up, I didn't have the worst life, but I also didn't have the best life. Like I found myself in a lot of fights. It was about survival. We also didn't have a lot of resources in that neighborhood, so I think there were plenty of moments where I had to like tap into my imagination and really play with that. If I felt sad, if I felt angry, I knew that becoming a character or doing something that made me embody somebody else kind of played with my mind and made me feel that. So I knew how powerful my mind was then. So I'm like, ooh, if I pretend to be super, super happy, that's gonna kind of like reflect the outside. I will be happy. And so I think that really is the reason why I started acting. But I'm also big on storytelling. I love reading. I love reading scripts specifically. when it comes to a book, it may take me a little longer. But a script, oh my God, when I fly through those pages, I already start hearing voices. I use my imagination. I create this entire world. And so I love being able to be a voice for people who have stories to tell that they may not necessarily know how to voice it. I want to be that. Like, if I could be that vessel for some of y'all, like, I'm all down for it, right? Because I know what it's like to be shy too, right? Sometimes it's hard to stand up in front of people and say something or do something. Thank you so much. And
I had to cough, so.
yeah. Unprofessional. No, I'm just kidding. Quiet on set. Come on, Mr. B. But just being able to share stories, and also there's a lot of times, I don't know about y'all, but I look at somebody and I'm like, what is your life like? Right? Like, I want to know more about you. You know, what makes you happy? What makes you sad? What motivates you? And I became a little obsessed with that, and I knew that acting was a way for me to kind of like navigate that and kind of play with that idea in my head. So yeah, that's why I started acting.
Thank you.
Of course. Thank you for your question.
You should introduce yourself.
Oh, hi, I'm Mariah.
Hey, Mariah. Carrie.
And my question is, speaking of how you like to tell stories and how to tell stories through other people's experiences, do you ever plan on becoming a director or any type of filmmaking type things instead of an actor?
Yeah, so about a year and a half ago, I actually got the opportunity to produce my first film alongside an amazing writer and director. Her name is Chloe Caudillo. And fun fact, our film, the film that we worked on, it's a short film called Development. And it was a part of the La Leaf International Film Festival in LA. So it's like the Los Angeles Latino International Film Festival. And then it got accepted into the New York Latino International Film Festival, which was like a full circle moment for me. Because growing up in New York, it's like you just kind of dream of something like that, right? It's like your hometown, your city. So I was able to produce that, and now it's getting accepted into more film festivals. It got accepted into one in Iowa. It's like, your girl's never been to Iowa. What's out there, Mississippi? What you got going on? But yeah, I definitely would love to direct as well. I think since a young age, I think acting, directing, producing kind of come hand in hand. Because although I'm an actor, there's a lot of times where I have to direct myself in a scene. What feels more natural to me, right? The director could give me something, the producers could give me something, but I'm all about how can I show up as authentic as I can, and how can I make it believable. So sometimes what's written on paper may sound good when you're reading it, but when you're performing it, it doesn't sound as good, right? It sounds like robotic. So I'm like, actually, I'm gonna do my own little thing, and we'll see. Maybe you'll cut it out later, but maybe you'll love it and keep it in. Who knows? But yeah, I would love to direct something one day. Thank you. I have to do this because I like
I know.
Hi,
Hey, I
I'm
remember you
Z.
from last class.
I'm
You
Z.
can see?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have 20/20, baby.
Um,
I have night vision.
can I move?
Apple.
Apple? Oh, my question is like, I know this is probably gonna sound kind of inappropriate, but how much do you make off of acting?
So I would say it's not an appropriate question, but it is a little bit personal, right? Like, every actor has their own kind of salary. So it really depends what kind of actor you are, what kind of level. So like, would I have been making as much money as a Mario Lopez or a Jennifer Lopez? Heck no. I wish. Maybe one day I'll get there, right? So it really just depends on the person's skill level, how long have they been in the industry. Now, I would say acting does pay a good amount. You could live off of acting, right? But we also know that it's an industry and we are freelancers. We're constantly having to audition to get the next job, right? There's multiple people in those auditions. The chances of somebody to lead a TV show or to get the next job, it's like a 1% chance, right? So you have to have self-belief first and foremost, but also we have to think about there might be a time where we're not gonna book anything. So there was an actor strike and a writer strike. During that time, I could not work, right? So if I only relied on that kind of income, then I would have been messed up. So always think about how you can still be in the industry or do something related in that realm that you can still make something out of. So going back to kind of your question, maybe that's directing something. Maybe you're not in front of the camera, but you're behind the camera. Maybe you're not even doing that, you're in the writer's room, right? So there's so many different levels. But yeah, it really depends on how long you've been in the industry that they kind of say, well, we'll pay you X amount of dollars. And then you'll learn as you go as well. One thing about TV shows is that depending on the contract too, they'll up your salary every season depending on how good it is. So you'll see that, and it's something that comes with just being in the game. So I was on Saved by the Bell for 2 seasons. I led the new Saved by the Bell, not the 80s one, whoever's watching out there. The OGs, respectful, I love that show, like the original, but the new one has a fresh take. So I'm sure y'all will love it, and I'm not saying that just because I'm on it, but it's such a funny show. A lot of times I was on set, I didn't see the other actors do their scenes because I'm like practicing in the trailer or in the hair and makeup department, you know, getting ready for my next scene while everybody else is acting. So when I sat there and was able to see what the other actors were doing, I was like, yo, this is genius. Like, it takes a village, truly. So everyone has such an important part. But I've been on Saved by the Bell, Law & Order SVU, Blue Bloods. I did a movie called The 40-Year-Old Version, like a version of a play. Not the one with Steve Carell. I see you. I know. I get that look every time, every single time. But fun fact about that film, it's a real New York story. Like, it was written and directed by Rhoda Blank. She is a phenomenal, phenomenal writer, director, just visionary within itself. And it was filmed in 35 millimeter. Mm-hmm. It was black and white. Like, you kind of forget when you're watching that it's in black and white. That's how good the storytelling is. But I play a completely different character. I play a butch Latina. So I have cornrows, I have a fitted, I'm wearing baggy jeans. Like, my mannerisms are like, yo, what's good, ma? Like, you know, it's like, it's just completely different. But that's the joy of, like, acting, right? You get to become these characters that you just get to have fun with. But yeah, so I was on that. And it's on Netflix in case I want to see it. I think it's still on there, right? Netflix. I don't know. Y'all let me know. You direct message me if it's not. But it should be on there.
Let's see.
My question is kind of like I'm Samantha.
Hey.
Also, my question is kind of like a 2-part question. It's kind of like, how did you get like your first job, and like when did you like realize like, oh, that's like kind of like what I really want to do, or that like you were gonna like go for it?
That's a good question. I think my journey to being it's there.
Watch it tonight, guys. Homework.
Yeah, watch it. Homework. That's right. I'm gonna grade y'all on it too. All A's. I'm gonna just let you know, all A's.
Write it down with a sign.
Right. It's interesting about how I got my first on-screen role. So, and I spoke about this. I went to another school on Monday, and I briefly talked to the kids there. But I was about 15 years old, maybe 14. And I got this agent because I did this showcase one time. And this was back in the day before, like, y'all know, like, Google's only, like, 15 years old or something like that, like 20. So I'm 29. And so there wasn't really much on Google. And the people who did get on Google during that time, it was easily to get scammed out of things. So one time I go on Google and I'm like, how to become an actor, where to take acting classes. This thing kept popping up. They're like, do you want to be a Disney star? You got what it takes. And you need the acting bug. And I was like, I got bit by the acting bug. I can do it. And I showed my dad and I'm like, this is what I want to do. And he's like, okay, where are they hosting this? It was like a big seminar, and it was somewhere downtown in New York in a hotel, in like a banquet hall or something. And when we went there, they knew that they were speaking to the kids, right? They didn't care about the parents. They're like, the kid is what's gonna sell the parent. We're not selling the parent, we're selling the kid. So they making eye contact with all of us. They're like, you have the potential, and you have it, and I can see you are Disney written all over it. And I was like, that's right, I've been the wand, the stick. I don't know if y'all part of that Disney era, but I was like, yes, like this is me. I went in, then they audition you, right? So like one kid at a time, they give you a piece of paper. I think I had to do like a McDonald's line or something. I was like, every kid deserves a Happy Meal. And they were like, she's got it. No, like she's literally got it. And I'm like, really? They're like, yes. So I go to my dad and I'm like, they said I got it. All you have to do is put like $2,000 down. And he's like, what? And I'm like, 2,000. I was like, this is my dream, Dad. Like, how could you? And he's like, he's like, yeah, let me make a couple phone calls. And I was like, please, papi, please, like, I love you, te amo, like, you know, like, this is me, like, now I'm begging this man, because this is what they do. So anyways, I end up becoming a part of this, and my dad is, like, now behind on rent, right? I'm also a middle child, so I have 2 brothers, so he's also supportive of their dreams. So it's very hard for him, right? I have my mom, too, who's, like, they're working regular 9 to 5s, they're not making enough. And anyways, he ends up paying for this class for me. And then I do this class, and they teach you the bare minimum. Like, how to walk into a room and say your name. And I was like, I already know how to do that. What's next? They were like, this is how you're going to read a script. And it was just like, read the words on the page. And I'm like, what? Like, I was like, where's the Disney auditions? Okay? Let me be the next Hannah Montana, okay? So I end up doing this showcase, right? And I know the story's long, but this is just to show you something. So I end up doing a showcase, and by the grace of, like, God, or by the grace of the universe, whatever you believe in, there was this lady there. And I went in, and she was an actual agent. And she was like, tell me a little bit about yourself. I don't want to really, this material, forget about it. Tell me about you, who you are. And I was like, oh, okay, this was weird, right? Because I'm so used to kind of like they were teaching us how to be these characters or how to do everything outside of who we were. So I was like, well, I guess I'm Haskiri Velazquez. I'm a Virgo. Did you know Beyonce's a Virgo? Did you know Keke Palmer's a Virgo? And then I was just like really enthused at that age of like who's a Virgo for some reason. And then she has my headshot and resume, and she's writing as I'm talking. So I'm like, so what you writing? Like, you know, I'm like, girl, what's going on here? And she turns the paper and she goes, she put love, love, love on it. And I was like, and she was like, I just love your energy. She was like, a lot of the times kids come in here and they think they have to be someone they're not. Most of the times, the most successful people in this industry are when they come in as themselves, when they own who they are. Whether you have a lisp, a missing tooth, a one eye, whatever, whoever you are, you come in as that person. That's what I want to see. Because a lot of the times when you get scripts, auditions, whatever it is, you always have to find what's similar in that character from yourself and also what's different, because that's what's going to make it believable on screen. And so, yeah, I'm obviously really young, so, you know, she's telling me all this. I'm like, cool, cool, cool. So am I signed? Like, tell me, did I get the thing? And I signed with her. Funny enough, I go out to an audition for NYC 22. It was a cop drama. Back in the day, only had 1 season. And when I auditioned for this, again, I was like 14 or 15. It was my first big audition. My parents weren't together growing up, so I went from my mom's house to my dad's house, you know, on Dykeman, so apartment from apartment. This particular audition, my dad took me. And one thing I noticed that when I went into auditions, because I was young, we always had to be with a guardian. And I used to see girls there with their moms. And so there was a little something in me that kind of like resented them or like kind of was jealous. You know, I was like, oh, you know, you're here with your mom, I'm here with my dad, you know, and you see that mother-daughter like love. And then like I still had that with my dad. Like I'm such a daddy's girl and a mommy's girl, but I was like, oh, I wish my mom was here. Because, you know, I kind of wanted to kind of be like them, right? This is like my first time, my first experience. I didn't know truly how to own who I was just yet. So it was a lot of comparison. So then when I go into this audition room, not only did I like forget my lines completely, I like blanked out. It was like they were talking to me and I felt like I was underwater. Like, you know, it's like mouths were moving and it was like, woo, woo, woo. And I just could not, I just let everything around me distract me and get in my head. So I leave this audition, right? And at the time I was like taking an acting class. It's like this acting coach. I was doing theater also, I should say, during that time. Little black box productions, way smaller than this room. Like my dad would be right here as I'm performing, making eye contact with him like, can you turn around? Like, you're embarrassing me. But there was this lady in that theater program. It was a nonprofit organization called Urban Arts Partnership, their Life Stories program. It was their theater program. And we did a small production. But in that production, even though it was so small, I still went with my best foot forward, right? I was like, I don't care who's in the audience. Like, I'm going to show out every single time. I'm going to give my best performance every single time. And there was this lady in the audience. Her name was April Lee Hernandez. She was in the movie Freedom Writers. I don't know
Yes.
if y'all seen that, Freedom Wright. She was the main actress. And she was like, I can see you have a lot of potential. Like, I would love to coach you on just little things to, like, just sharpen your skills a little bit more. And I was like, oh my gosh, I would love that, right? She's also a fellow Latino, so I was like, let's do it, girl. And I only had a few classes with her, but every single time I went to those classes, I showed up on time. I showed up prepared. I showed her that I was eager to learn, and I wanted to learn more. So I leave this audition, right? Now, I've already did these classes with her. I leave this audition, and I'm crying. I'm in the elevator crying. I give her a phone call, and because she was like my coach at the time, I was like, I let you down. Like, you taught me everything I needed to know. You built me up, and now, like, I just, everything got the best of me that day. She's like, okay. I'm like, girl, where's the motivation? I need something. Give me something. Be like, it's okay. It happens to all of us. She was like, okay, well, it'll be fine. Like, I'll give you a call back. And I was like, great. Now I'm in the elevator with my dad. I'm like, mad all these girls have their mom. I've messed up. Even my coach isn't giving me advice. Then something magical happens. The casting reaches out to my agent and goes, can we see Haskiri again? And I'm like, they calling me back? I didn't even remember my name in that room. Why? How? Right? And when I went the next day, actually, I'm gonna rewind a little. That same night, my dad was like, you know what this means, right? And I was like, I mean, I got another opportunity. He goes, yeah. Not only did you get another opportunity, but now we have to see if you're gonna put in the work ethic. I want you to remember these lines like the back of your hand. Every period, every comma, I want you to remember your lines and the person's lines. And I was like, okay. So he stood up with me, memorizing these lines till like 1 in the morning. So after school, I'm like, I'm doing schoolwork, but I'm like, all right, I got an audition. I'm saying my lines in my head. Like, what was one of my lines? It was like, damn, I'm pretty good at memorizing my lines. I can't remember now, but I was saying my lines in my head as like paying attention to the board, you know. So anyways, we do this whole thing. The next morning, I go into this audition, and I had to ask. I was like, why did you call me in? I know I messed up. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I messed up. And they were like, well, we saw on your resume that you had April Hernandez as one of your coaches. We love her. So we called her, and she got in contact with us as well. And she said, give her another shot because I know she can do it. This is her first audition. She's from Dykeman. She's from Washington Heights. Like, she goes above and beyond. I've seen her work. And I'm like, I'm just in shock, right? Because I'm like, I would have never put 2 and 2 together, right? So it's kind of similar to like us, right? It's like, I would have never known, you know, Kat, right? And so they're like, but also we can sense your energy. Like when you came in, you showed that you wanted this and you left disappointed. And if you didn't leave disappointed, then maybe you didn't want it that bad. So it's like I just showed who I was truly, authentically. But then it was time to perform, right? It can only go so far. So she's like, and so whenever you're ready. Oh boy, was I ready. I was like, who do you want me to be? You want me to play my father on the paper, or you want me to play me? And I performed, and literally, if somebody coughed, if somebody dropped a pen, it was nothing to me because I knew the lines so much. You could have been playing bongo or something, I don't know, like on the drums. I would have still recited my things. So that's how I got my first on-screen TV show. It's called NYC 22 as Tatiana Garcia. But after that, something personal happened with the agent that I built this relationship with. So then she left. So then now I'm like, well, I just booked this show. I had an agent. I don't know when my next gig is going to come, right? I thought after the show I was going to be set. But that's the thing about the journey. So many things can happen that's out of your control that you have to start thinking, okay, but what is in my control? And so that's when I really started to get a little more familiar with the industry a lot more. But that just goes to show you, like, everybody has a different way to book a certain job. Like, all of us in here, we're going to have a different journey. So you're going to see one of your friends probably booking something really big, and you're like, well, what about me? But then your time is going to come. Everybody has a time for, you know, for them to do something impactful or great, or, you know, every role that I've gone out for, would I have wanted it? Yeah, right? It's what I love to do. But would I have actually give it justice the way it should? Probably not. Because when I see somebody else who got the role and I see the work that they've done, I'm like, respectfully, this role was theirs. It belonged to them. You know, not saying that I couldn't do a good job, but I know that that was for them during that time. So that's kind of like the long story of how I got my first thing. It's like 14, 15. And I can say, because it's been a couple years, I made like $1,000 and your girl was rich, okay? I was like, hey, let's go buy some Nikes or something, you know, H&M, Forever 21. Yeah.
So I know it's lunch for you guys.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Oh, no. So if anybody wants to go eat, because this is your chance to eat, I would go now. I don't know if it's 11:35.
I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah.
Do we have a few more questions you guys want to ask? And then I do really want you to hear some singers.
Yes, I do want to hear.
Yep. So, Lej, can you get like 3 or 4 questions?
Thank you.
Name?
Hi, I'm Chauncey Taveras.
Don't let anybody in.
I'm also a Virgo too.
Oh, shout out. What, September?
19th, September 19th.
September
My
10.
daughter.
Okay. Oh,
Yes.
is it a Virgo?
She is.
Wow, look at that.
No. Yes.
Yeah, because the 20th, that's September 20th is like the
21st.
cutoff.
Yeah.
20th,
Or 21st, yeah.
Because I'm the 24th.
So my question is, out of all the projects you've been on, like what was the most hard, like the hardest, or you struggled the most on?
Okay, I'm glad you asked that because I also have the thing. I don't know how much time we have, but I think the hardest project I had to do was another short film. It was called Merit X Zoe, and it's about these battle buddies. Now, I've never been to the military. I've never been in combat. I don't know what that life is like. I've been in my own kind of combat, right? Like in the hood, I had to, fight. If I had to scrap, I scrap. But I don't know what that really is like being, in Afghanistan or being away from family and that training. So I really had to do my research on this character because the storyline is extremely emotional and it has, it's sensitive with like, I don't even know how to say it, but it's like, it's just a very sensitive topic, right? It deals with loss and self-harm, I can probably say. But, so I had to do my research on that and really figure out what motivates these people. Why do they enlist in the first place? Why do they feel that they have to go to war or protect this country, right? What drives them to do that? And also what drives some of them to not re-enlist? And what drives specifically my character to re-enlist? Because my character was already about to, be done with her time, her sentence. And she was like, no, I'm actually going to stay in. So I was like, why does she want to stay in? Why doesn't she want to go back home to her family? What's there? Is there anything there? Because they don't give you kind of that background sometimes in a script. So you have to always kind of do your own research, do your own homework, and create something for that character. So I was like, okay, this character doesn't have a family. This character has nothing to go back to. She's been here for 10 years. This is all she knows. This is her family. This is home. And so I feel like that was one of the hardest things because I had to not only really perform like emotionally, but I also had to be aggressive. And then I also had to understand that there were certain lines that even though they were aggressively written, they were still said in a softer tone and a more like help me. I'm calling out for help. So there was also sarcasm, but the sarcasm was like, I'm trying to tell you like I'm not mentally okay. So there was moments like that, and I feel like that was one of the most challenging roles for me. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Angel.
Stand up and show off your outfit.
Yes! I love that. Looking fancy.
Just fix that collar.
Yeah, I know. It just keeps flying upwards. So I'm Angel, and if you were to participate in any play or show, what would it be?
Okay. Just because, Lynn, are you watching? Okay. Just had to make sure. It will have to be Hamilton. I loved Hamilton. Oh my God. When I tell you, I was trying to watch it for so long, and my fiance is like, I don't like musicals. I don't like. And I was like, but it's different. It's a different kind of musical. And one time we went to dinner with Lin-Manuel. I went to lunch. Lin-Manuel was like, we should get lunch together. And I was like, yeah, I'm already outside waiting. Where you at? But my fiance tells him, like, I'm going to be honest, I don't like musicals. And he goes, Nate, I wrote musicals for people who don't like musicals. And I was like, period. Mic drop. But I would love Hamilton because it's also part of my culture. Like, I grew up listening to rap, hip hop. Like, that's just my thing. And I can't really sing, so I could probably, spit a couple bars if it's given to me. Yeah. Right, exactly. I gotta embody this persona. Nicki the Winksy, Nicki Minaj, Nicki the Harajuku, Yeah. I know we had like a hand.
Hi. You already know my name.
Yes.
So just a question. Growing up, who was your inspiration?
Oh, Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo, Jenny from the Block. And the reason why is like, I love her as an actor, but I think what really drew me to her was her work ethic. Like, this woman, to be in this industry for so long and to be actively working in the industry for so long is a hard task. Especially during her time being a Puerto Rican from the Bronx with an accent. It's like, you only got so many roles, right? If I see that now that we only get so many roles. I know that back then was even harder. So that was one of my inspirations, definitely Jennifer. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Nasir.
Oh, okay, Nazir. So funny. Wait, real quick. I'm writing my own like little TV show / maybe movie, and one of my characters' name is Nazir.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But
Just because I love Nas, and Nas.
And,
yeah, exactly.
That's who he was named after.
Yeah.
So, I just wanted to know, have you ever done voice acting, and do you ever like plan to do so? Because I love animated films, and like voice acting is just such a big thing for me. So.
Yeah, have I done voice acting? I'm trying to think. I don't think I've done any real voice acting, like big projects. I did audition for DuckTales. I don't know if y'all watched that. So I got a call back. It was my first voiceover audition ever. I didn't know what to do, and I was just like, okay, I'm just trying to be this character. And then I got a call back, and then my good friend, who's actually like a real good friend, her name is Stephanie Beatrice. She's from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. She plays Rosa. She's like, ew. She's like that. I think she's the one who got the role, if I'm not mistaken. But I was like, with all due respect, someone like that would do such a great job at that role. But yeah, I would love to do voice acting. Like, I don't know. I want to do something fun and different. I like trolls. I don't know. I just want to do something that I'm able to play around with, like, my voice and change it. Because, like, I play around and I'll be like, hey, guys. Like, I'm like, I want to do stuff like that, Yeah, like, I don't know if y'all seen House Bunny, the movie, where she's like, Natalie. And that's how she remembers names, and then, yeah.
Hello, my name is Layla, and I was wondering, like, what motivates you and inspired you to become an actor, and at the same time pursue other things you might want to do?
Oh, thank you. So one of the things that motivated me to become an actor was, bless you, was honestly first and foremost having a passion for it, right? Because this journey is going to be a long one. There's going to be highs, there's going to be lows, and I think in the lows is not only when you find yourself, but it is when you find if you really want to do this. It's when you find that passion and that love. So during those low times, I'm like, I know this is what's going to come with the industry. I know that I'm not going to book everything, but because I feel like we all have a purpose, by the way, that we were all born to do something in this world. And I felt like my purpose is storytelling, like bringing stories to life. And I'm like, this is what I want to do. This is my purpose. I'm going to continue doing it. So that's to answer your first question. And then your second question was, inspired to do something else. I think as just a creative, that's just something I've always loved doing. It's like I love hobbies. Like one day I think I'm a painter. The next thing I'm like a writer, and I just love creating. And I think as actors, it's really good to massage our muscles, our imagination muscles, right? Because it's like you're creating this entire world. So what else can you create in that world? How else can you create that, right? We see TV shows that feel so repetitive, but the moment we start dabbling into different things and changing our environment, and seeing how other people live and seeing all of these other things, we're able to pull from that and then create something magical or something that people have never seen before. So I think that's one of the reasons why, like, outside of acting, I'm like, I'm gonna try this just to see what that's like, because maybe it can, for one, help me in an audition. Who knows? They're like, you're gonna go skydiving, and I'm like, already did that. Tell me more, right? It's like, you're a kickboxer. Can you audition for this? I'm like, yes, I'm a pro. You know, so it's always good to kind of have these skills as an actor too, because you never know what kind of role you're gonna go out for. And you always want to just have a little something, not to be a professional. You don't have to be a black belt. You know, they have stunt doubles for that. But you want to be familiar with the movement, the flow, the lingo, the language. So that's another reason.
Hi, I'm Issa, and I was wondering, like, if you didn't pursue a career in any of, like, acting or, like, any theatrics, what career would have you pursued?
Oh, I love when I get that question. Because, okay, I still want to pursue this. I definitely wanted to become, like, a baker. I love baking. Now, am I the best baker? No. But do I watch a lot of baking shows? Yes. So I think something that's just really hands-on. Like, I'm a very, like, let's go do this. Another thing would probably have been boxing. I think growing up with two brothers and growing up, like, in my area, it's just, like, there was a side, obviously, like, survival, right? So, I found myself in sticky situations. But I also saw that there was art into that, too. So I used to go to karate as a kid. My dad put us in karate. And that, I think maybe that also fueled my passion to maybe do a little kickboxing or be a boxer or something like that. Then I saw $1 Million Baby, and I was like, oh, such a good movie. Like, it touched my soul, and I was like, that could be pretty cool. But yeah, being either a baker or a boxer, maybe a boxer baker or something.
How about one more question?
Hi, I'm Aaliyah. You've seen me, like, yeah. So my question is, to help people, like, fill in a role that might seem out of reach for them, like out of their comfort zone, how do you, like, do you have any tips for that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I have, like, two kind of tips. I think the first tip I would say is, most of the times when something comes your way, it's because they kind of can either see or feel that you could portray that character already. A lot of times we get in our heads and we're like our hardest critics, right? We judge ourselves a lot and we can't really see what other people see about us. Like, you may think, oh, I'm not good for this role, but Mr. V is like, are you kidding? Like, you would crush this role, right? But that's we're humbled, we're humble, which is good, but we also have to tap into our ego a little bit and be like, you know what, I'm gonna just try it. Because a lot of the times when I go out to an audition, they have a character breakdown, they have a script, and they have an expectation of what this world looks like, but then you'll be surprised, people go in and give a completely different read, and they're like, actually, this fits better. So always go with, like, your gut. But then there's also the other side where I was like, there's times where I do feel like I have core values, right? So if I get a certain audition that has to do with, like, to be real nudity, I'm like, I appreciate that, but I'm not doing it. Maybe when I'm 50, I don't know. Who want to see that? I don't know. Maybe when I'm 50, who knows? But I'm like, at the moment, that's not where I'm going. Thank you, but I'm going to pass this time. And always understand that it's okay to say no. It took me a really long time to understand that. And when you say no, you're not hurting nobody's feelings, but you have core values. And also, if it's a character that maybe doesn't sit right with you in any way, shape, or form, understand that you can reject it. You know, and also when you do that, at the same time, the casting directors and your agent or whoever is on your team has a better understanding on what other roles you would want and can pitch you even more for those roles instead of you saying yes to everything because they're like, well, she does everything under the sun, but you're like, no, this is what I want to do. And then they can really make sure that they get you those types of roles. But don't count yourself out too early. If you like it, but you're like still in your head about it, give it a shot. You'll be surprised.
So I'd love for you to hear some of these kids.
I say a little prayer for you. Don't play out. I don't know. The energy in here is trying to make me think I could sing.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Well, we do have an opening in Little Shop.
Oh, when I'm
Just
booked
kidding.
and busy. No, okay.
Fantasia.
I would love to hear.
Would you go put on, what's it called? Feed Me.
Ooh.
You don't know which one.
Wait. So how many people are singing?
These two.
Oh.
Can I get water?
Mhm.
I don't know.
What do you
I ain't even use it. I ain't even drink this.
There you
yet.
go.
Thank you. You're so
Yeah.
We could have done Skid Row, but like the majority of the people
Are gone.
in history, I had to fight with Paterno. I had to beg him to let me come here.
Aw.
They have a test, and then
Sorry, Paterno.
Oh.
and then the other ones, they have a PSAT.
Mm.
One of the people who's supposed to sing, his name is Leo. He's supposed to take her part, but he has to take the PSAT.
Oh. Bummer. PSAT.
Mm. Fantasia, you got it?
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited.
And you two, you know what? Why don't you guys come on the stage?
Yes, come on.
And you know, you want to go in the audience?
Yes.
All right.
Yay. Oh my gosh, stop. Let me take the camera.
We can. You can.
Wow, we're so.
You don't have mics. You know what? Now you do.
Oh, wait. Yeah, here. Take
Oh, you know, where's the...
Like, zoom out the camera or something.
Leish.
I have it on me on my reaction. Do you want to be on camera? You can.
Handheld is in my bag.
Okay. I always ask. No, you look great.
Toma.
Do we need this?
Perfect.
Oh, no. Okay.
I don't want to thank you.
Oh!
You know, take mine. Take mine.
Oh, yeah.
Huh? It's not great for singing. No, it's actually... You'll be good.
But just hold it like...
It's okay. I got a little pocket up here, too.
Que toma. You sound like my mom.
Yeah. Don't.
Well, I am now.
Okay, is this school mom? Ew. Okay, is this a good place to put it? Right here? Okay. Is the audio picking up? Hello, hi. Okay. I know. Okay, it's gonna go straight into the song.
Okay.
So just do feed me. Tell us when it's good. Just say 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Is it?
I love it. The suspense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to raise the right side.
I'm scared.
Okay.
Yes, okay.
Oh, oops,
Does
sorry.
it have to be human?
Feed me.
Does it have to be mine?
Feed me.
Where am I supposed to get it?
Feed me, see more. Feed me all night long. That's right, boy. You can do it. Feed me, see more. Feed me all night long.
Yes.
Cause if you feed me, see more, I can grow up big and strong.
Blood, Audrey, too. Let's face it. What am I supposed to do? Start killing people?
I'll make it worth your while.
What?
This don't, oh my God. The coincidence, baby. The son of success around here. Got adoption papers.
I don't have to listen to you. You're a plant. Inanimate object.
Does this look animate to you, punk? If I can talk, if I can move, who's to say I can't do anything I want?
Like what?
Like deliver, pal. Like see you get everything your sickly, greasy heart desires.
We're not ready.
No, no,
How you like a Cadillac car or get your own jackpot? How about a date with Hattie Lamar? You gonna get it? How'd you like to be a big wheel, dining out on every meal? I'm the plan who can make it all real. You gonna get it? I'm your genie, I'm your friend, I'm your willing slave. Take a chance, come on, feed me, and you know the kind of eats, the kind of red eye treats, the kind of lick and stick and sweets I crave. Come on, see more, don't be a putz. Trust me, and your life will surely rival King Tut. Show a little initiative, working them good till you get it.
I don't know. I don't know. I have so many strong reservations. Should I go and perform mutilations?
You had nothing before you met me. Come on, kid, what's it gonna be? Money? Girls? One particular girl? How about that Audrey? There must be someone you can 86 real quiet like and give me some lunch. How you like a room in the Ritz, wrapped in velvet, covered in glitz? A little nookie gon' clean up your zits, you gonna get it.
G.A.'d like a Harley.
Now you cooking.
Running around like I was James Dean, making all the guys at the corner turn green.
So go get it. If you want to be profound, you really gotta justify. Stop and think around. A lot of folk deserve to die.
That is not a nice thing to say.
But it's true, isn't it?
No, I don't know anyone that deserves to get chopped up and fed to a hungry plant.
Sure you do.
Sorry, doctor. I'm sorry, doctor. Go in and pick up your sweater. Sorry, doctor. I see more. I left my sweater.
Ugh.
Oh, and that hurt.
Okay. Okay.
If you wanna be profound, it really ain't hard to see. No. Stop and think it all about. The guy sure look like playing fool to me. The guy sure look like playing fool to me. The guy sure look like playing fool to me.
He's so nasty, treating her up.
Smacking her around, always talking so tough.
You need blood and he's got more than enough.
I need blood and he's got more than enough. I need blood and he's got more than enough. So go get it.
Amazing. Oh my god. No, that even through nerves, you killed it though. There you go. You kept going. You could have easily stopped any time, but that's the resistance. That's the passion right there. Amazing. Y'all have such great voices. So when is this happening? Because I would love.
It will be in May. I don't know the date yet.
Right. Oh yeah, May something.
May
I love. Yes.
May something at something.
Oh, amazing. Oh my gosh.
But that's a little taste of what.
Yes, that's amazing.
And I'm like your fiance in that I shouldn't say this to my boss.
Yeah.
I hate musicals.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
Mm-hmm.
But this child and this child have begged for years to have a musical class. So
Yes.
2 years.
Yeah.
And so I gave in, and this is what they've created. So.
Amazing.
Testament really to
Amazing.
them.
Yes.
Do what?
And I love that you are giving them this opportunity. You can tell how much it means. Yeah. See? Always love for Mr.
No
V.
musicals.
Well, that's a lie. So
Yeah. V when he lies.
What are you directing next year if I actually go ahead and do this?
Girls.
So Natalia will be directing that.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
And Fantasia is really our director. Mena as well. But Fantasia is really taking the lead role director.
Yes.
And Fantasia also plays the plant. But she doesn't
No,
sing.
me, I'm not doing anything. She is.
She's
Ooh.
incredible.
Amazing.
Really talented group.
Yeah, no, these kids are amazing.
Yeah, you know who else is also playing the plant? Fantasia Burton.
Are you my echo?
He did? Yeah. And you know what? It would be really funny if she could just come up here and do the song with me too.
Oh, yeah.
Yay!
Fantasia. Fantasia.
Fantasia, Fantasia, Fantasia.
Yes.
Yeah, go get your mic from Nat.
Yeah. I guess after this, I don't know where my phone is. I think it's over there. It's on
So
the seat.
this will be it, and then we're gonna say a big fat goodbye.
Yes.
But
And then on
it'll
that
be a
good
goodbye.
note.
Okay, can you cut this whole part out of the interview thingy?
Oh no, this is
No, but they're not even. You can't even see them.
Oh no.
Because they were separate. Two separate. It's okay. I have mine.
It's too close. Like, you're just gonna see us, like.
No, I have it.
Get Menace up.
I think it's fine.
This is perfect.
Can you guys hear me? Yeah.
Hello? All right. Hey.
Does it have to be human?
Feed me.
Does it have to be mine?
Feed me.
Where am I supposed to get it?
Feed me, Seymour. Feed me all night long. That's right, boy. You can do it. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me all night long. Cause if you feed me, Seymour, I can grow up big and strong.
You eat blood, Audrey, too. Let's face it. What am I supposed to do? Start killing people?
I'll make it worth your while.
What?
You think this is all a coincidence, baby? The sudden success around here? Your adoption papers?
I don't have to listen to you. You're a plant, inanimate object.
Dogs are inanimate to you, punk! If I can talk and I can move, who's to say I can't do anything I want?
Like what?
Like deliver, pal. Like see you get everything your secret, greasy heart desires.
We went too fast.
Like a Cadillac car, or get shot on jackpot. How about a day with Ed in the mall? You're gonna get it if you want, baby. If you want to be a big wheel, dining out for every meal. I'm the plan to make it all real. You're gonna get it. Yeah. Hey, I'm your genie, I'm your friend, I'm your willing slave. Take a chance, just feed me in. You know the kind of eats, the kind of red hot treats, the kind of sticky, licky sweets I crave. Oh, come on, Seymour, don't be a punt. Sesame and life will surely rubble king touch. Show a little initiative, what I got to get it.
I don't know. I don't know. I have so many strong reservations. Should I go and perform mutilations?
You didn't have nothing till you met me. Come on, kid, what will it be? Money, girls, one particular girl. How about that orgy? Think it over. There must be someone you can 86 real quiet like and get. Oh wow, that's crazy. Wrapped in velvet, covered in glitz. A little nookie gonna clean up your zits and you'll get it.
Gee, I'd like a Harley machine, riding around like I was James
There you
Dean,
go.
making all the guys at the corner turn green.
So go get it. If you wanna be profound, if you really gotta justify, stop and think. A lot of folks deserve to die.
What? That is not a nice thing to say.
But it's true, isn't it?
No, I don't know anyone who deserves to get chopped up and fed to a hungry plant.
Sure you do.
I'm sorry, doctor. I'm sorry, doctor.
Christ, what a freaking scatterbrain. If you want a rationale, it isn't very hard to see. No. Stop and think it over, pal. The guy sure looks like plant food to me. The guy sure looks like plant food to me. The guy sure looks like plant food to me.
Nasty, treating her rough.
Smacking her around, oh, it's talking so tough.
You need blood and he's got more than enough.
I need blood, needs a more than enough. Need blood, needs a more than enough.